Hello, my name is Kevin Coles, and this video demonstrates the impact of rigid and locked subassemblies in Onshape. One of the key factors in large assembly performance is managing the degrees of freedom in your assembly, or the mate solve time. Your mate structure affects load time, edit speed, part movement, and the overall usability of your model. No one likes floating parts. Rigid subassemblies and the lock follow position option are designed to address these areas. Rigid subassemblies are highly beneficial to performance because they allow higher level assemblies to skip that mate solve time entirely. In this example, the frame assembly is fully rigid, meaning none of its parts have remaining degrees of freedom. Icons in your assembly list help identify parts and subassemblies with open degrees of freedom, and the rigid icon confirms that the assembly is fully constrained. Rigid subassemblies are the optimal choice for assemblies because Onshape can ignore the mates entirely, but locking subassemblies is a great option when open degrees of freedom are required. There are two options for locking subassemblies: locking to the current position or to a named position. Hovering over a subassembly's name in the instance list reveals a lock icon, which constrains that subassembly to its current position when left-clicked. Right-clicking gives you the additional option to choose a named position. Note that this locks all degrees of freedom for the subassembly, not just the mates set by the name position. The benefits of locking subassemblies are improved mating time, easier adjustment of any unlocked assemblies, and direct access to the name positions from your subassembly. With a combination of rigid and locked subassemblies, you can drastically improve your large assembly experience, helping you move even more quickly through your Onshape development process. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Onshape tech tips.